kept teaching. 1, 2, 3, not it. The parents are Dixie. They're dizzy. They're delusional. And they want to control what you post. For the amount of money that they pay me, are you on drugs? Remember, and this is when I quit teaching. This was actually why I quit. This was the reason. School I was at was a pretty good school, pretty good district. I'm not complaining. But they had the wrong.
If you're looking for a benefit, looking for attention, looking for supreme, looking for a queen, just roll with me. If you're looking for a benefit, looking for attention, looking for supreme.
Woo, this is gonna be a good one. Hey y'all, welcome back to another day with Shay. If you're new here, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. But if you're an OG, if you're part of the Greenwood gang, what it do? How are you, boo-boo? Okay, y'all, so I'm back with another teacher story time, or teacher tea, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so today, well, before we get started, if you don't know, I'm the owner, founder, and CEO of The Main Attraction. We sell all natural hair care and body care products, so be sure to check us out. Click the link in the description box and use code YouTube for money off. So yeah, I know I've talked about, well, actually, I vlogged the day that I quit teaching. If you haven't seen it, it's already up on my channel. That video is about an hour long, and I pretty much just told you guys that I had bigger dreams, which is the #1 reason I quit teaching. I just literally have bigger dreams. I had bigger dreams. So I didn't really go into too much detail as to why I personally quit, and I'm gonna share those with you today. So anyone who's watching, I'm not discouraging you from becoming a teacher. Do what you want, but this is the reason that me and so many other teachers are quitting, and I think that you should know before you just know what you're getting into before you get into it, which is what I wish I had before I started teaching. If you're a teacher who's thinking about quitting, or who has quit, or would never quit, even if you love teaching and would never quit, just comment down below. I love to read the different perspectives on teaching and the education system. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna get into some tea today. Before we get started, I would like to give a huge thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. If you guys do not know, BetterHelp is an online therapy session that allows you to partake in therapy sessions from the comfort of your own home. I have been using it for months and I absolutely love it. BetterHelp has a net worth of over 25,000 licensed therapists that will be able to help you. All you do is head over to their website and answer a couple of questions and fill out the form, and they will connect you to the therapist that's right for you. I absolutely love my therapist. She is amazing, and I highly, highly, highly recommend BetterHelp to anyone, especially if it's your first time in therapy, or if you've never been and you just would like to try it out. I always recommend BetterHelp because they're just so amazing. Big part of the reason that I actually quit teaching, and I'm going to talk about it in this video a little bit, is because of my mental health. BetterHelp has helped tremendously with that. I've been using them for about 6 months, and they are amazing. Like I said, they'll automatically match you with a therapist. However, if you do not like that therapist, or if you would like a new one, you can request a new therapist at no extra charge. So be sure to check the description box or go to betterhelp.com/adayWithShay for 10% off your first month. Again, and as always, thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring today's video. Like I said, this is going to be a story time of like why I quit teaching and why so many teachers are quitting. I feel like we're going through a teacher resignation these last 2 years, especially once COVID hit. Teachers were dropping left and right. Again, you can reference my video. It's an hour long, linked. It should be popping up somewhere throughout the video, but it's me literally going to work quitting teaching that day. So the #1 thing was my mental health. I just was not happy. I did not enjoy it. I did not love it. Teaching was not what I thought it was going to be. I thought that I was going to go in there and do my job as a teacher, teach the kids, enjoy, make learning fun for them. But there's so much data, so much testing, so much. It's just lesson plans and micromanagement. It's just too much. It was too much, and I know that I did not want that for the rest of my life. I actually always said, even in college, that I was only going to teach for 3 years, and I didn't know what I was going to do after that, but I knew that God had a plan for me, and he did. He fell through. A lot of people were confused. They were like, well, why are you going to school for this if you know that it's not what you want to do? I couldn't picture myself doing anything other than working with kids. I actually originally started, I got my degree because I wanted to open a daycare center, which I still plan to do. God willing and Godspeed, I would love to open a 24-hour daycare center. That's one of the business goals that I have set for myself within the next few years. So to do that in the state of Mississippi, you need, especially if you like to operate it yourself, unless you hire a director to do it, you need a degree in education. So I already have mine. I checked it off. I just need to make sure that I keep up with my license every 5 years or so. I don't really know how long that works, but mentally it was draining. So I went to therapy. I just wasn't happy. So as y'all know, I started my own business. It's called The Main Attraction. We sell hair care, skincare, and body care products every single day. Like, I'm working on my business and it doesn't even feel like work. I love what I do so much, and there's nothing that I would rather do, literally. But when I was teaching, I noticed that I would always come home and regret going to bed because I knew I had to wake up and do it all over again the next day. One of the things, the pros to teaching was that, you know, you do have the weekends and the holidays and the summer off, which is great. But a lot of teachers spend their time, not me, I didn't do that, but a lot of teachers spend their weekends working as a teacher, grading papers, making lesson plans. And I've never been a teacher. I'm gonna pay you. I'm the type of worker that I'm gonna pay. I can't talk. I'm the type of worker that will only do what you pay me to do. Period. You pay me to work these 8 hours, I'm gonna give these 8 hours my best, and they're gonna learn what they need to learn in this time. I'm gonna get done what I need to get done within this time. And luckily I was fortunate enough to have a planning period, so I used that planning period to create lesson plans. To be honest, I really didn't create lesson plans like that. I really truly didn't. I don't know how, I just really got away with it. Just God, nobody but God. I can't even count how many. It's under 10 lesson plans that I had to do my entire teaching career. And I taught for like a year and a half, so, well, as a full, like, educator. Like, I'm not counting the teacher assisting or the student teaching, but as a teacher, I worked like a year and a half, and I created less than 10 lesson plans because I always got away with it. But that was something that was so, like, draining to me. Like, creating lesson plans. The education system is just fucked. Okay, let's start there. I'm not sugarcoating none in this video. It's fucked. I didn't like the fact that I was aside from the testing and all the data and the lesson plans, there's so much paperwork that you barely have time to do what you were hired to do, which is teach kids, spend time with the kids, and shape them into being like decent human beings, right? So that was another major factor in it. But the micromanagement, like, we had one school, the teacher came in like 3 times a week and sat and watched your class, and you teach and you do your job. And it's like, ma'am, I went to college for this. I know what I'm doing. I don't like being micromanaged, and I really don't like working for other people, which is why I quit and started my own business. I knew that working for other people just wasn't for me. I hated it, okay? Don't come in here watching my every move, and then, like, the whole concept is fucking dumb. So you coming in here, you watching my every move as a teacher, which I get it. They want to make sure that we're doing, but you shouldn't do that every day, okay? Go find something else to do. You know, if you have that time, if you have that much time as a principal, when your teacher call out, why don't you go cover her class for the first period instead of in here watching what I'm doing? I just didn't understand it, okay? And the education system, I'm getting a headache right now thinking about it. I'm not exaggerating. I'm literally getting a headache. But it's so crazy. There's kids who have to pay for meals, right? And this is my biggest beef with the education system. You have kids who literally have to pay for meals. You don't know, if they don't have the money, they can't eat at school. But you're feeding prisoners, killers, murderers, rapists for free in jail. Make it make sense. The kids who actually need it and who are actually... You're making these kids pay for food when you're feeding inmates free. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. I don't know. The thing, we all know that teachers are overworked and underpaid. Okay, people think that teachers get paid during the summer. I mean, technically we did receive checks, but let's say my starting salary was $40,000 as a teacher, right? But then they want you to go home and do so much other work, which is why I wasn't doing it. And then they want to control what you post for the amount of money that they pay me. Are you on drugs? Like, I would never. Okay, you could post. They didn't want you to do, they looked at you weird. They didn't want you to do like TikToks or any type of thing. But it's like, whatever I do in my spare time, it has nothing to do with you. Okay, absolutely nothing. If I want to go post my bikini picture, that's on me. Okay, it has nothing to do with you. Realistically, you don't pay me enough to worry about what I do. Not for no $40,000. So as a teacher, my starting salary was about $40,000, right? And it was split over 12 months. So they take $40K and they just split it over 12 months instead of over 10 months that we work, if that makes sense. So technically we're not getting paid. They're just spreading our paycheck. That's for starters, okay? And so I remember, and this is when I quit teaching. This was actually why I quit. This was the reason. So at any point, anytime, no matter what your degree is in, no matter anything, they can move you from your class and make you teach something completely, totally different. I ain't with it. So that's another problem with the education system. So my major was English, right? I majored in elementary ed. My specialty was English. Why they put me in math? Baby, I don't even know how to spell math. What? I will say that the school I was at, was a pretty good school, pretty good district. I'm not complaining. But they had the wrong bitch. They had the wrong one. It wasn't for me. I wasn't gonna do it. I remember specifically, my principal put me with a math specialist, right? And she was like, if you go home every day, you know you can. And she's so dedicated. I love her. I love her to death. I wish I could call her name, but it's been about a year since I left. But if she see this video, you know who you are, and I appreciate you so much. So she offered to like help me learn math, you know, every day after school. She was gonna spend her time teaching me, and she was like, you can just spend about 30 minutes to an hour after school, I mean before class, or like when you're at home, just learning the material and then coming and teaching them. I went with it because I ain't finna do that. I'm not gonna spend my time with that. I need to be spending with myself and my loved ones doing schoolwork when y'all don't pay a dime. I made $2,575 every single month. First starting out, I thought that was pretty good. I was content, but then I realized, let me go make that in a day, in a few hours. Let me go make that in an hour, actually. So that's what I did. But before we get to that part, they wanted me to spend my time at home working on schoolwork when I was already unappreciated and overworked. If a teacher had to call out, you gotta go cover their class. You had to bring that class to your class. And mind you, the kids are already bad as hell. Most of them. The kids are already ruthless. The parents don't give a f. The parents are Dixie. They're dizzy. They're delusional. So when you put that on top of like their kids, it's not worth it. It wasn't worth it to me. It wasn't worth my stress. It wasn't worth my mental. So like, I quit. I quit. So you want to micromanage me. You want to give me all this paperwork. You want me to watch other people's classes on top of my classes. You want to overwork me and underpay me. You want me to spend my time at home creating and learning and getting ready for the next day and the next week. You want me to deal with these bad kids and they horrible fucking parents. You want me to not have a life or post whatever I want to post on my social medias. Y'all got me fucked up. And that's the nicest way I'm gonna say it. They had me fucked up. And it's not even like I said, I work for a good school district. They gave us everything that we needed, but the education system had me fucked up. Not for that price. I'm worth more than that. So that's the main reason I quit. Like, I had bigger dreams. God did not create me to live a mediocre life. Like, I firmly believe that God created me to be, like, extraordinary. He did. He did. He created me to be extraordinary, and that check wasn't given extraordinary. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. One thing about it, and, like, that's how you know. I use my calling, like, and that's how you know you're in the wrong field and you're not living in your purpose and in your dream. I use them sick days probably the first 2 weeks of school. And that's my advice. Take your time off. Because if you die tomorrow, these folks gonna replace you. So make sure that you take your time off, okay? Do that for your mental. Even if you just want to take a day off to just sleep in. Even if you want to take a day off to go to the spa or go get a massage or go start your weekend early. You better take them days. Because if you drop dead tomorrow, they're gonna have you replaced by Monday. They're gonna have your job posted by Monday. Believe it. Okay? So these folks don't care about you. So take care of yourself, right? I was just so unhappy. I used every single day and then some. So I was, you know, taking a pay cut. Like if I let's say I use my 10 days up within, you know, the first month or the first 2 months. Okay, cool. I don't have any kids. At the time I was living with my mom, so I wasn't hurting for nothing. All I had was my car note, my insurance, and then like I think I had to pay the internet bill or something that was like $200 a month or something like that. But that's pretty much it. So I wasn't hurting for anything, so I would take those days off, okay, and not get paid. And now, like, even when I had COVID, I was working in my business because I was living in my passion. It's something that I don't ever not want to do. I was still creating content when I had COVID. Y'all see the vlog. I was sitting up there editing while I was sick. I was filming while I was sick, doing like social media when I was sick. I was working on the main attraction while I was sick. There's nothing that can keep me away from what I love. I love it. And that's how I realized and I knew that I was living in my passion. And that's how I knew and I realized that I wasn't when I was teaching. And I thank y'all so much. And I appreciate all the support. I think that I gained, well, I know that I gained my following from TikTok because I was like real and authentically me, unapologetically. No matter what they came with. If I would have got fired at like doing my TikToks, then so be it. It was a point when there was like, okay, and I understand this, but it was like, you know, don't post during school hours. And you have to record videos after school. I was like, okay. Or during my planning period. I was like, okay, whatever. But that's what brightened my day. Making that content. Teaching. I mean, not teaching. Working on my business. Because while I was teaching on my planning period and during the day, I was working on the main attraction. I was planning the launch. So, thank you to everyone who has found me through my teacher TikToks. I appreciate it, and I know and I love y'all back. Like, I love y'all back. I will still continue and always do, I think I'll always do, the teacher content because it's a part of my journey. And it's what got me to where I am, and it's how most of you guys found me. Comment down below how you found me and like, whatever, but no, I will never go back to teaching. I get that all the time. Absolutely not. I'd rather go to work at Walmart on the cash register. I'd rather go flip burgers at McDonald's. Not really McDonald's, but I'd rather go work. I would not. There's no amount of money. I don't give a fuck if they make $200,000 a year. You couldn't pay me to go back. You couldn't pay me $250,000. You couldn't pay me you couldn't pay me $1 million to go back to teaching. And I mean that in the most humble way. I'm not joking. Because I know that there's no limitations on my life. There's no cap on how much money I can make. There's no cap on how much fulfillment and I can get from what I do now. I'll never go back. So to everyone who always asks me, do I miss teaching? No. Do I miss the kids? Sometimes. But if I miss them enough, I can go volunteer. I can go read to them. I can go see them. I don't miss them enough to go back to teaching. No, absolutely not. I'm not even going to hold you. It will never happen. And I thank God for putting me in this position. And I'm so grateful every day that I wake up. But I'm not going back. I have so many teacher story times that I'll continue to share on my page and on my YouTube. I have a whole notebook. I have some on my laptop. I have a whole notebook from when I was teaching because I used to mark, like chart my day every day. I'm going to find it and show it to y'all in one of these vlogs. Sorry y'all, my laptop, my camera died. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I used to chart my day every single day. And there's no... I have story for days, because teaching, especially when you teach where I was teaching it, I taught at a couple different schools, but I have a lot of stories that I will continue to share. If you're a teacher, I think I want to also start, let me know in the comments if you would like these, but I also want to share other teacher stories. I got this idea from Honest Teacher Vibes. She does it. I want to share other teacher stories and give my advice and my opinions. I also want to start an advice column in general. So let's say something happened to you that's crazy as a teacher. You would send it in through my DMs and I would read it and give you, like, react to it and then give you my advice. Or if you need just any type of advice, relationship, anything like that, I want to start advice columns as well and cater to each person specifically and give advice and react to it. And I also want to continue the girl talks. Comment down below what content you would like to see. I'm also going to throw a little business in there here and there, but I don't want to... I just want to know what y'all want. So let me know in the comments what you would like to see on my channel, and I'm here for it. Also, y'all, we are super close to becoming $1 million business. I'm dropping ebooks as well as digital courses, as well as master classes, webinars, everything that you can think of, I'll be dropping to help business owners. So if you're a teacher who aspires to get out of teaching, or even if you're not a teacher, if you're a person who aspires to start a successful business, then make sure you click the link in the description. Go to our website, sign up for email or text alerts so that you can be the first to know when I drop those things. I'm dropping gems, okay? My goal is to help as many people get to the bag as possible and change lives. So I've had great mentors, I've had really bad mentors, and I want to just help y'all elevate and take your business to the next level so that it can thrive and that you can live the life that you always dreamed. Some people are fine with being ordinary, and that's fine. I think God made ordinary people, but I desire to be extraordinary. So here I am, and I'm gonna give back to those that I can, and I look forward to all of you who want to start your journey with me. Comment down below what we should name it. I'm stuck between like the Greenwood group or the Greenwood group, but somebody told me it sounded like an AA group, and I don't want that. Learn with Lachey. I think that's cute. Learn with Lachey. Or the Main Academy. Y'all know my business is the Main Attraction, right? Where we sell like all natural hair care, skincare, body care products. The link will be in the description box. But my business is called the Main Attraction, so I'm thinking about the Main Academy. You know what I'm trying to do? So yeah, comment if you have any ideas. I would love to hear them. So yeah, comment down below. But that wraps up this video, y'all, as to why I quit teaching. Like I said, I can't speak for all teachers. I can only speak for myself, and that's it. So I have a lot of teacher friends who've shared their stories or why they want to quit teaching with me. And it's just too much going on with, like, you know, students bringing like guns to schools and shooting their teacher, or like cussing their teachers out or fighting their teachers. Who want to deal with that? Oh, okay. I'd rather go work at a fucking call center. I'm not lying. But ain't nobody finna deal with it. And they wonder why teachers are quitting. So every day, you know, teachers are risking their lives for a little of nothing. Most teachers have to have a second job to even make enough income to survive. And I wasn't finna do that. I wasn't doing it. So comment down your thoughts, your opinions, and we can all agree to disagree. That's fine. Like I said, I just came to share my opinions, and I value your opinion as well. Even if you don't agree with the things that I've said, that's what makes us human. We all have opinions, and they're like buttholes, they stink. But alright, y'all, the rest of this video. As I always say, you could have been anywhere but you chose to be here with me, and for that I thank you. Always remember to take it easy and love yours, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.